Hello, people. Welcome to episode 128 of the Building and Public series. Today is Tuesday, the 20th of May, and what we're doing today is we're revisiting an old website just because when we were recording this, which was on Monday afternoon, we didn't really have much else to go through. I mean, basically our current workload, people haven't got back to us yet. So what we're doing at the moment is we're trying to fill it with work that was put on the back burner while other important work was taking place, if that makes sense. So to be fair, this is good in a way because we've managed to pick up where we left off on some old websites and basically push things along. So yeah, in today's episode, what you're going to see is us work on an old website that we haven't touched in a while. It's a beauty website where basically the objective is to sell courses of particular things. So in this scenario, it will be things like aesthetics, beauty, and hair extensions. But obviously, what I'm doing in this scenario today is basically I've got a list to the right of me, I've got the website in front of me, and I'm basically building out that list of what the client wanted to add, to the website. Now, one of the reasons this particular website has taken so long to build is mainly because there was no real urgency to get this site built in the first place, because the client had to build out the content for the site. They had to record the videos, they had to, basically get all the content to me and everything like that as well. And it's one of those, look, sometimes websites can take a few weeks to do, even days. Sometimes some websites take years, but it's usually the ones that take the longest that usually come out and look $1 million. And one thing I gotta be honest with you, during this session when we were building this out, it does take a massive turn in terms of design. And I gotta be honest with you, I like the newer design that we're going with, because basically on the old homepage of this site, it was just basically labels upon labels of like what you could do. So you could look at different courses, you could look at special offers and stuff like that. Whereas the approach that we're taking in this video is, instead of it looking, as you can see there, with all the labels like, new releases, about us, contact, blah 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 blah, what you're going to see is basically a more modern approach to it. It's going to be very simple. It's going to have its hero section with images on the right of the founder of the company, just to make it a bit more trustworthy and a bit more appealing. But pretty much what you're seeing now is the research phase of the site. We're basically collecting fonts, making it more appealing, and just building on it. And essentially that's what you're going to see probably within the next few minutes now, is the development of that hero section. And I gotta be honest, we recorded this video and tomorrow's video, I think it was over about 2 or 3 hours roughly. And from where we started to where we are now, even if this doesn't get used, it's still good for us to basically showcase what we can do. Even if the client doesn't go with it and they want to go back to the original plan, it's not a problem, but it's good to showcase what we can work with, right? And basically this is the start of the process, right? We're looking at different ways to build the website out, and essentially what we land on is a template kit called, is it gonna pop up here, called Collab. And what Collab is it's a online course template that's built in Elementor. And basically you can see here while we start the process, we start with a template and we build out to what we want it to look like, right? And I gotta be honest, by the time this finishes, you're gonna see the difference that original homepage had compared to this. And I gotta be honest, I prefer this compared to the rest of it. But you should see how it'll turn out. Now I'm just gonna stay quiet a second until we can get that going. Actually, what I'll do, instead of avoiding awkward silences, I will just scroll forward and show you what we end up with. So you can see here, right, we start basically building out on the on the hero section, figuring out, okay, what are we going to include, right? Now, if you look at this, what we have here, even just this bit alone, compared to what we have like originally, it's just so much better. It looks that tad more professional. You know what I mean? Like you can see here, look with all the buttons, explore courses, read our reviews, so on and so on. It just looks much better. And yeah, this is basically the first part of the content that we build out. We did build more of a page out, but obviously we didn't want to go too in detail with this process because we didn't want to give the client too much too fast, right? We want to go through the process and work it out. And I got to be honest, what we finished on, I think was much, much better. Like you'll see here now, we include the special offers bit. We tune that down a little bit. We put the courses in there, and honestly, just with this bit alone, like it looks so much better. And I'd love to get you guys' opinion on it. Obviously, I'm biased with where I am with it because if you look at this compared to what we had, the difference is nuts. Like look at that, right? It's so much better. And yeah, basically that's what we worked on today for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, that'll be it for episode 128. Thank you very much for your time, and I shall see you tomorrow for episode 129. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.